Deputy Collins.
Thank you, Colin Crawley. I'd like to thank Deputy Daly for putting this to be debated in the Dáil this afternoon, and I'd like to welcome the survivors to the Dáil this evening to listen to the debate. And can I just say that this motion is being supported by survivors of the coalition of the mother and baby home survivors, not just by us putting it forward out of the dropping down the sky. It's supported by those organisations. And I think it's clear that the records now held by TUSLA in relation to Bessborough contain records relating to services questionable to serious questionable adoption practices. The HSE said as much as far back as 2009, as the Minister knows, and throughout 2009-10, as the sisters of the institution, Bessborough Institution, prepared to cease operating Bessborough as an adoption agency and transfer some 15,000 plus files to the HSE, the latter was determined to secure indemnity against the legal action on any records it was to receive. An updated memo of a meeting the HSE held with the management group from the religious order notes its desire to manage liability for past Bessborough responsibility and ongoing read their activities as an adoption agency when and if it arises. In a letter on February the 8th, 2010, the solicitors representing the order, the childcare manager in the HSE South Region, said the HSE needed this assurance as it had reason to believe that the past practices of the agency had, as he said, not always been exemplary. The following year, a HSE social worker revealed in 2011 that Bessborough home files contained information on the quasi-illegal deportation and adoption of children to the USA, Britain and Australia. In a business plan prepared by a principal social worker in the South Lee region in 2011, in preparation for the HSE's takeover of the records, he pointed out that the natural mothers and adopted children had been badly treated, rebuffed, misled, and in many cases dishonestly misdirected when seeking information. As Deputy Daly mentioned earlier on, one of those women badly treated by the nuns and the state right up to the present day is Jackie Foley, and she's still been treated very badly to date. The treatment of Jackie as an adult by various state agencies has been no better. Take TUSLA, for example, who now hold the records which reveal what happened to her as a teenager. Just last year, staff handling Jackie's case were instructed in emails not to refer to situations like hers as illegal, but instead as possible illegal registrations. Reference is made to having to hold our powder because the stuff is FOIable and it could be used against us if someone takes a case. Staff are told that the Adoption Authority of Ireland are the only ones that can make a determination as to the legality or illegality of an adoption. In February 2017, Jackie's son, who's now 44, if he had access to his original birth certificate, he would spend years searching for his mother under the wrong name. He'd be looking for Micheline Power, a woman who does not exist. That's horrendous. Horrendous to be in that situation. Another woman, Anne Crowe, 58, had her first baby, Roger Declan, at Bessborough Mother and Baby Home in Cork in February 1979. Her experience at the home, run by the Sacred Heart Sisters, was horrendous, she said. We were dirt to the nuns. I delivered my baby on the 23rd of February. I had him for 48 hours. He was a fine, healthy baby. And after I fed him, one of the nuns told me to go to the laundry in a message. I was gone for a few hours. When I came back, he was gone. I was screaming and roaring, I was panicking, and the nun, she slapped me right across the face. I calmed down and said, "Where is he then? Let me see him." And she said he was already buried out there somewhere in the fields. I've never been shown a grave. I got a birth certificate but no death certificate. He was stolen from me. He was a healthy baby. He couldn't have died. And as has been pointed out earlier on, this is just from one adoption agency, and there's possibly over 182 more of these adoption agencies that could have dealt with some of these cases. So, Minister, I'm asking you and appealing to you to take on board what my colleague Deputy Connolly has said about the second interim report. The recommendation in section 429 says we do not have to wait for redress for the completion of the report. We should be implementing that as needed, particularly to the elderly who are waiting for this report, and also to include the falsification of birth certificates, etc., in the Commission report. It's absolutely crucial that we do this, Minister, and we can't be ignoring these women. Respect and acknowledgement, that's what they need, and to be listened to. And they're asking for this, Minister. They're not us asking for it, it's them that are asking for it.